Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Today, Mayor Brad Cohn visits Jersey Shore BBQ and Tekniques Salon, two of the many businesses participating in the Shop East Brunswick program that provides property tax rebates to residents. Al Nygren, the executive director and curator of the New Jersey Film Festival, sits down in studio to talk with filmmakers behind the documentary Saving the Great Swamp, Battle to Defeat the Jetport. And we check out Playhouse 22's production of My Fair Lady as we talk with the director about the play. All this and more, so stay with us. This Week in East Brunswick starts now.
Well, hello. We're here today at Jersey Shore BBQ, right on Tice's Lane in East Brunswick. I'm with Doug Walsh and Dennis Barneo, and they are the owners of JSBBQ. First, I want to thank both of you for being part of the East Brunswick program, our shop program that's designed to help reward residents through the discounts that you're graciously offering to that. Discounts accumulate on an account, and those accounts then get totaled at the end of the year and are used towards property tax relief. And so you were one of the first people in, and we truly appreciate that. So I want to thank you on behalf of the residents and the township. If you can first talk a little bit about the restaurant, your location and hours.
We're located at 77 Tice's Lane in the Colchester Plaza. We're open 7 days a week, Sunday through Thursday from 11 a.m. For lunch up until 8 p.m. And then Friday and Saturday nights we stay open until 9.
Jersey Shore BBQ has a rich history. You might want to talk a little bit about that for those of us who are new to it.
So we started in Belmar in 2011. It's been a natural progression to move to Middlesex County. We have a very huge catering following here. We've done some events up here and have been very well received. So our natural expansion plans included Middlesex County, obviously with all the business and traffic here and on Route 18 and on Tice's Lane and in East Brunswick, we felt that it was the best location for us to move. So,
maybe you want to talk a little bit about the different products and foods that you offer here. If the residents were here right now, they'd be able to smell that.
Smell it.
We can't transmit that over the TV, but it's really terrific, and maybe a little bit of an idea what they can expect when they get here.
Sure, absolutely. We do an authentic Texas-style barbecue here at Jersey Shore BBQ. Everything is made fresh daily. Our smoker is going 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. We don't even have a freezer here, so everything is freshly made every day, to the point where at times, unfortunately, we run out, which thanks for the local residents coming to visit us. So far, the reception has been great, and we just hope to continue to serve the residents of East Brunswick and beyond.
Besides the fact that you got tables set up here and for dining in, but I believe that a growing part of your business is now catering, and you want to talk a little bit about some of the ways that you promote that and what you can offer residents here?
We have three ways of doing catering. We have full service, which is when we go off-site with our equipment and with staff to execute parties on site. The second is a delivery and setup model, which has been the most well received thus far in this area, where we bring hot food ready to serve. We're doing a lot of pharmaceutical representatives, luncheons, local business luncheons, and dinners, and then family events and parties. We've actually even done a few events over at Rutgers University. And lastly is a pickup where we can get the food hot, have the customers come in and pick it up, ready to eat and bring home. So the catering is a big piece of our business here, and again, it's been very well received from the residents here.
I think, again, one of the biggest areas of concern for us in the town is promoting those small businesses that we have here. It's why we're doing this program. It's why we restarted the Business Chamber of Commerce. But they become then ingrained in part of our community, and I think that's what's important. I want, hopefully, for East Brunswick to have the same sort of synonymous relationship that you have with Belmar, right. that you contribute to the community and everybody seems to benefit. I want to talk a little bit about some of the community work the establishment has done in the past.
Sure. On our website, on JerseyShoreBarbecue.com, we have a page that's dedicated to our local outreach. It's called Jersey Shore Barbecue Cares, JSBBQ Cares. And we've done, partnered, especially in the shore after Sandy, we were able to help a lot of the first responders, a lot of the local workers, the municipal workers. We do a lot for our municipalities. Same thing here. We're finding a lot of traffic from local township workers, local police officers, and that piece is bringing, I think, tightening the community that we have with our local officers, our township workers. You'll see at lunchtime there's a lot of yellow shirts, neon yellow shirts from the municipal workers, and these guys like to eat our product. So
Absolutely. If you want a good lunch, come to Jersey Shore Barbecue. You will not leave hungry, that's for sure. And I think a lot of the local communities taking advantage of that, especially the local workers. Guys are in here every day, and they couldn't be happier, and we love having them here. We look forward to, with the help of the mayor, expand our outreach here in the community. We were just informed about East Brunswick Day, and we can't wait to participate in that, as well as any other things. The local rewards program has worked out great. It's brought customers back here. Our small contribution in the form of a discount to help local residents with that. So we can't wait to take part in more local programs, more local events, and we just hope that it continues.
Well, on behalf of the township, I just would like to thank both of you for coming to East Brunswick. We want to make it possible for more local businesses to thrive and do well. And so on behalf of the township, really wish you the best of luck.
we appreciate it.
And thank you so much.
Hello everyone, it's Al Nygren, Executive Director and Curator of the New Jersey Film Festival, back with you to share some filmmakers who are going to be presenting their film at our festival in September. I must say that we've been here for 36 years presenting wonderful films to the Central Jersey community, and thanks to all of you who have come to our programs. Well, the festival this fall will be starting on Friday, September 15th, and will be running through November 2nd. We have about 27 films that will be screened. Many of them are part of a competition where we'll be giving out prizes to Best Documentary, Best Feature Film, etc. And the films themselves, the film screenings usually have a short film as well as a feature film. And then we also have the added benefit of the directors there to talk about their film with our audience. Over the next few weeks, we'll have a couple of filmmaker interviews, and today we're really lucky to have two very special people here today. Their film is called Saving the Great Swamp, Battle to Defeat the Jetport, which is about New Jersey. And today we have Scott Morris, director of the film, as well as co-producer Larry Fast, who's also a very famous musician. So thank you, gentlemen, for coming. Scott, tell us, how did you get involved in making this film? I know it's a labor of love for you.
It is, and we were also fortunate that there were a lot of people in the area of New Jersey where we live who had a philanthropic interest in having the story told. So we were able to get funding for it. It's a 1-hour documentary. It took 2 years of work in production, and we just completed it late last year. So thank you for accepting it into the festival and for inviting us to this program with you as well. I've been living in Chatham for 25 years, which was a short bike ride for me to the swamp, and I would often go there for exercise and just to experience the beauty of the place. And never really knew about this story of how the building of a huge jetport was prevented by a grassroots effort in the community to stop it back in the 1960s. And Larry is also in the community, and I started talking about the idea of making a documentary. And Larry's expertise really is in the history of the area, and we started to really dig down and figure out what the story was about, and found it to be an incredibly compelling narrative.
And very timely. And
and it took a full 10 years back then for the opposition to the jetport to resolve the problem and eventually fortunately won the battle against the Port Authority of New York, who were the ones that were pushing very hard to build this 10,000-acre jetport in the middle of Morris County.
Yeah, most people don't know. There were three basic airports, but there was a desire to build a fourth at the end of the 50s. Right, Larry?
That's correct. That was
And what took place after that? I mean, how did the Port Authority decide they were going to select this particular place?
Well, it was an ideal place for what they perceived to be their needs. It was not too far from New York. They looked at about 15 or 17 other locations, but it kept coming back to Morris County, to the Great Swamp. It was an era when swamps were not understood. They weren't liked. It was looked at as just raw material that could be drained and paved and made useful instead of the bucolic, nature-laden world of farms and wildlife that was there.
So this is prior to the environmental movement that we come to know in the 60s.
It was just beginning to sprout, and this was one of the places where it sprouted and started turning into what it would later become in the 1970s. But this was all done at the very earliest stages.
It's a very fascinating documentary for me because I knew nothing about New Jersey politics from that era. And it's fascinating also to see how the Port Authority wielded such power at that time. So,
well, we really set out to tell the story of the politics and the action that happened at the time. So when you hear the title, The Great Swamp, it's not really a nature film about the swamp, although there are nature scenes in it, so you always have a sense of what's could have been lost.
Yeah, they're very beautiful too.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe it's a good time to run the first clip.
Sure, of course. Let's give people a taste of what they can see.
Right, and this is basically our little 1-minute trailer that we've been sending out, and I think it gives you a pretty good idea, overview of what the film is. And also, by the way, it's our narrator is Blythe Danner, who we were very lucky to have
She's great.
agreed to be involved in this project.
Well, let's watch that clip.
Yeah.
In 1959, a sparsely populated area of New Jersey was chosen as the location for a new airport. It was to be the world's largest jetport, designed for the latest technology in air travel and covering 10,000 acres of wetlands. It was a vision of progress promoted by the power brokers of the day, government agencies, industry, and politicians. But there was something the power brokers didn't expect: an opposition with a way of life to protect and their own vision of the meaning of progress.
Think about what was going on in the 60s with air quality being noticeably bad, water quality being terrible, and people were beginning to get upset with what was going on in the environment.
What was at stake? The way of life of tens of thousands of people.
Basically, this area would have been destroyed. We would have been totally obliterated, would have obliterated the Great Swamp.
This is the story of the grassroots effort to save a little-known place called the Great Swamp, and the 9-year fight that began in a local high school and escalated all the way to the United States Congress.
So that was really terrific, and it gives our audience a taste of what they're going to see. Are you guys going to be coming to the screening so you can discuss the film with our audience as well?
Planning to be there. Yes.
Yeah, it's really a very interesting film for me as a person who loves nature, and to see how all of these people came together to combat this, jetport idea in a very, very beautiful space.
It was a much more complex story than what people had been familiar with up to that point. There are so many players. There are the politicians. There's housewives. There are, and it started at a local high school, as you saw in the trailer, and went all the way to President Johnson, who in 1968 had signed the Wilderness Act,
right.
Which is what ultimately turned it into a refuge, because originally it was not.
It was not considered a refuge or a wilderness for that matter.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Not officially. In fact, during the time that the struggle took place, it was when the background legislation at the federal level came into being, and this was one of the very first places to be so designated.
Yeah. It's so interesting also from a political perspective. You see what Jersey politics was like during the 60s and how it evolved, and how the federal government also played a kind of differing role. So it's very fascinating. Folks, if you'd like to see this film, you absolutely must come. It's going to be playing on Sunday, September 24th. We have a wonderful short film by Sarah Levitt about the riverkeeper for the New Jersey Meadowlands, and Bill Sheehan is going to be there, the captain who's the subject matter, and Sarah's going to be there too. So we're going to have a wonderful environmental program that evening. And Scott and Larry will be there to discuss Saving the Great Swamp as well. So one low price for both films, and you get to interact with the filmmakers, $12 for the general public and $10 for students and seniors. If you'd like more information, you can go to our website, which is www.njfilmfest.com, or you can call us at 848-932-8482. Thanks so much, guys. Look forward to seeing you at the screening.
Thanks.
This wasn't just any airport. This was 4 12,000-foot runways. Most people were wondering, what are they thinking? Where is this going?
There was a small map on the front page, and the small map showed that our house would be a control tower.
Well, we're here today with Patty Mead. She's the owner and operator of Tekniques Hair Salon right in the Stop and Shop Center. And before we get started, I just want to first start by thanking you for being one of the first people to sign up to the Shop East Brunswick program. For residents that don't know, that's our shop reward program for shopping in providing merchants who offer a discount for their services. Those discounts, instead of being used at the time of service, actually accumulate in an account. And that account at the end of the year total gets sent directly over to our tax office and gets directly deducted from your property taxes. So in a way of rewarding residents for shopping in our own local stores, they get a tax reduction, and yet at the same time it helps us bring business to the small businesses that we want to keep and encourage here right in East Brunswick. So first I want to thank you for that.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be a part of it. I think it's awesome.
Totally appreciate it. Maybe first we'll start by talking about where you're located, your hours of operation, and we'll go from there.
Okay, great. Well, we're located in the Stop and Shop Shopping Plaza. It is known as the Summerhill Marketplace. Easy access off of the Arthur Street turnoff off of Route 18. Also, you may know it as behind the former Kmart store. We actually are open 6 days a week. We're open Sundays from 10 to 4. Monday we're closed. Tuesday and Thursday we're open 10 to 7. And Wednesday and Friday we're open 10 to 6. And Saturday from 9 to 5.
Maybe a little bit other than just the salon itself and the hairstyling and cutting. Talk a little bit about the services you provide. You can see there's a lot of merchandise here too, which is nicely displayed. We'd like to know about that.
Okay, great. Well, we're a full-service hair salon. So basically, we focus on the full hair experience. We offer a ton of different services in color. We do corrective color, balayage, highlighting. We also do bridal services and makeup. So we really feel that we want to focus on one thing and do it well. As far as other services, years ago we did offer, but we decided to focus on the hair aspect. Our team is very creative. We have a very experienced team of colorists and cutting. We do a lot of makeover work, and we do a very thorough consultation, something that's probably a little different than most salons, where we actually carve out a good portion of time just to meet with the guests before we even decide to do anything. Making a change or trying to decide what to do with your hair is usually very personal, and a lot of people don't really understand that, you know, they're making a big decision as far as what they're signing up for, the type of maintenance, how much they want to spend on their services, and we really respect the guests when it comes to those areas. We want to make sure they're making a good decision and something that's going to be a fit for their lifestyle and their wallet.
Do you have any restrictions on who can come? Is it mostly women, men, both, children? Just want to make sure that the residents out there know that the services, who they're offered for.
Okay, we're a full service salon, so we do a lot of family members, from smallest little first haircuts all the way up to elderly. We have a great mix of clients. We welcome men, we welcome boys. We do have probably a higher percentage of women due to our color services, but we do welcome everyone. It's a great environment to bring anyone. We usually end up with everybody's, you know, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles doing first haircuts. We have people that have come to me for years. I'm 30 years in East Brunswick as a stylist. I'm cutting their children's first haircuts. I did their first haircuts. So it's really nice to create a long-term relationship. I know people for such a long time, being a part of the East Brunswick community for 30 years.
Well, that absolutely I wanted to touch upon, because that is very important to me, and obviously to you too. You've been here for a very, very long time, and we appreciate that as a township. I think that one of the biggest draws to small businesses is that they do immerse themselves in the community and give back as much as they get from the community. It to me, is the reason why we're looking at programs to support small businesses. I want to talk a little bit about some of the things you do actually do for the town and have done in the past, both from committing to our youth and programs here in the town, because that's always, to me, one of the greatest things about small businesses.
Sure. We've supported so many of the teams and the activities in East Brunswick over the past 20 years. As a salon owner, we never say no to the actual charities that come through. Tricky Trays, auctions, silent auctions, Knights of Columbus, we contribute to all of them. We believe that, you know, the backbone of the community is the businesses and the people that support it. So as far as community service, we participate every year in the Adopt a Family program. We always do the Thanksgiving family, and we do the family for the Christmas holiday. We've done many other fundraisers in the township. We feel that, you know, it's a lot of fun to create that sense of community within the salon that just welcomes everyone. East Brunswick is such a great community. My husband was born and raised here. I was born and raised in a neighboring town, Spotswood. So when we decided to open our business, our first choice was East Brunswick, and staying here was important to us.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, when I changed my lease in Lomans, I was so excited to move to this space in East Brunswick because I wanted to continue it.
Well, on behalf of the township, we do want to, one, congratulate you on a new store.
Thank you.
And wish you many, many, many more years of great success here. And thank you for being part of the program and part of the East Brunswick community.
Thanks, Brad. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
I'm Matthew Muccigrosi. I'm the director of My Fair Lady at Playhouse 22. My Fair Lady is a classic musical about a Cockney flower girl who takes lessons with a phonetics professor, Henry Higgins, and he makes a bet that he can transform her into a duchess at the embassy ball, and he does just that, and we go through the journey of both Higgins and Eliza's relationship throughout the musical.
I could have danced all night, I could have danced all night, and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I'd never done before.
People who come to see this musical will be in for something completely brand new. We have 10 people playing upwards of 40 to 50 roles on stage, so it's been a lot for the actors. And in terms of the orchestra, we've downsized it from a 25-piece orchestra to just 2 pianos. Having come from George Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion is so strong to begin with that we really had such a great base to work with. Stripping away all the craziness and the grandeur of everything lets us to really focus in on the characters and tell the story.
Oh, you can walk the stride and
Updated it 20 years later to 1932. Women have developed more rights at this point. Women, you know, are experiencing more freedoms, are you know, taking on new jobs in the workplace. So that gives our lead character of Eliza Doolittle a stronger platform to develop and grow throughout the production. So I really want women to come away from this production and feel empowered.
What was that?
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
Again.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
I think she's got it.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
By George, she's got it! By George, she's got it! Now it's again. Where does it rain?
On the plain, on the plain.
And where's that soggy plain?
In Spain, in Spain.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. In Hartford, Hereford, and Hampshire,
Hurricanes hardly happen. How kind of you to let me come.
now once again, where does it rain?
On the plane, on the plane.
And where's that blasted plane?
In Spain, in Spain.
I hope that you'll all come out and see My Fair Lady at Playhouse 22. I think you'll really enjoy all of the classic songs and our new twist on this classic piece.
The plane!
Gentlemen.
Okay.
There you go. Come on now.
Sorry, I didn't see you.
You didn't stop.
I'm late for work. Thought I could make it.
It's my first day of school.
He's only 7.
I know. But I'm going too fast. I'm not going to be able to stop. I'm sorry.